So welcome to Five Gals. 4 Gals Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm like out of it today. It's because I was rushing and I was running late because school ran a little late. It's our first week, and so we're kind of we don't quite have the hang of it yet. So anyways, this is what we're going to be doing today. Isn't this cute? Can you see the little polka dots on it? I love this. So this has plaid, it has the teal color, it has black and white and orange. So we're using orange. We're using this light blue because honestly right now it's pretty much impossible to find teal colors. However, look how well it matches that ribbon. See, and then our other ribbons have this little black and white edge, which matches that little part that says pumpkin. And then we have, hey! It's Debbie just walked in, so Bella was sound asleep. It just kind of scared her. All right, so anyways, we have this blue. See how well that blends together? And then we have some brown. And I have to show y'all this. I told y'all about this a little bit last night. This is the pumpkin pick that we just got in. These little velvet pumpkins. I am obsessed with these. I love these. So, Debbie, do you need the key to the warehouse? She might have already gone back out. Okay. So today we're going to be doing the Woodland Ruffle. It's been a while since we did the Woodland Ruffle. And everything we're doing is listed in the shop, including the orange frame and these pumpkins. So everything's in the list. But we have our 2 colors here. See, in this light blue, it's kind of like iridescent. So that iridescence will pick up on this darker color. So it shouldn't be any problem. Okay, so these are all cut at 34 inches. Let's get this going. Here. All right, let's get us zoomed in a little. And then we should be good to go. I get it up, there we go. Okay. So I didn't get all of the stuff checked in today. We got a lot listed, but not everything. But we do have some of these orange listed. But I will tell you, I have white frames to list. I know a lot of people have been looking for white frames. And we have purple and we have black to list. So those are the colors we'll be listing. And they're this pencil. Most of them are the pencil. Some of the black and purple are the thicker ties. All right. So, I'm just going to open them up. Thinking Tori took care of that. Okay. That up there. There we go. All right. So now we'll get our stuff ready. Well, I'm glad you're seeing me live. Now, for those who are worried about fraying, this is going to be the one that you want to do, okay? Because this is going to essentially wipe out fraying, right? So one thing I like to do when I'm doing this, especially if it's rolling like this, I'll put something heavy down at the other end and I'll kind of roll it out. So I'm going to roll it. I'm just going to curl it at the ends. 1, 2, 3, 2 or 3 times. I like to use a chip clip, plop it on there, flip it around, and then do the exact same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go straight up the center just like a ruffle. So as you can see, what it does is it's going to cover any fraying because you're not going to see it. No, the signs will not rust. They are UV coated. They're coated to withstand weather. So they have a weather protectant on them. Alright, so see how cute that is? Now I do it up so that we can see the curl. Okay. And I listed some more of this mesh because we got a little bit more. Yep, they won't rust. I don't know why my phone keeps going off. Okay. And I promise, I don't mean to be checking my phone, but I have to just to make sure that my parents don't need me or something like that, because my husband's not home yet. So see, we ruffle it up, and we're going to put it on. So this is similar, right, to what we've been doing, where we've been doing the ruffles and adding the curls. It's just that it's all in one piece. It does look a little different than what we've done because the curls are both at the bottom and the top. However, it still looks really cute. Alright, so let's do, we're just going to fold our ribbons in half. We're back to 12 inches. These are cut at 34. The ribbons are cut at 12 inches. So I hope y'all have had a chance to see the other designers today. So Burlap Boutique, Crazy Maisie Creations, and Door Designs. Alrighty. And make sure you join the Designing Gals Market. That's our group. And it's on Facebook and it's free. Okay. So I am pinching in the middle and pulling it under to get that little curl. And then we're going to place it in. Alright. I'm going to leave some of these open so that I can put the pumpkins in. And some I'm going to cut and tuck back behind there. Okay? Isn't that pretty? This is a good contrast. So blue and orange are actually a really good complementary contrast. So if you look on a color wheel, blue and orange are opposite of each other, which means that they're going to really complement each other well. So if you worry about putting those two colors together, don't. Okay, so we spread it out upside down. So this is the side that I usually put up, but we're actually going to put that face down and then roll. Oh good, you just finished watching Door? Good. Deco mesh is at 34 inches. Yeah, I like the 12 inch so much better too. But I think it's important that you see the difference. Sometime we'll do one with 13 inch too, so you can kind of see what it does, because it does make a difference in how it looks. Okay. So this orange mesh is kind of a burlappy mesh, and this blue one is a deco mesh. So they can kind of stick together a little bit, but if you pull them apart, then they're not going to hurt each other. It just can be a little annoying when you're having to pull it apart. So if you see me pulling on it, that's what I'm doing. Yep, it's in my store. This one and this one. Everything is in my store. Except for that. I wish I could figure out how to get those and put them in my store. Okay. There we go. So you see how it's both ruffle and curl. And it's named after the company who invented this method. Our company is Woodland looks like Woodland Designs. So I think it's very important that you do call it the Woodland Ruffle, just because I know her. And she did a great job of creating this method. Oh, wonderful. Yep, I love Brianna. She is a great customer service rep. That's who does my customer service. You have to go to Designing Gals Market and sign up. Once you sign up, there's a code in there. I believe there is a way to make the Woodland Ruffle with 21 inch. But anyways, the code's in there, and then you just go to my shop and you put the code in when you're checking out. So you won't put the code in until you get ready to check out. I think it's after you pick your payment method. And if you're in my shop, make sure you sign up for rewards, because we have rewards. And the way the rewards work is that when you get enough points, you just say, I want to redeem it. It'll give you a code, and you use that code in the discount, and then it'll take it off. I wish it was automatic, but unfortunately, they don't have automatic yet. But it does work. Definitely think I'm gonna have to get some. No, I think the lights are okay. I was thinking for a minute this looked kind of brown, but maybe it's just the distance. See, it's orange. It is orange. You can also see on the website what the color is. Yeah. So I'm leaving the orange ones open, because I think we'll put some pumpkins there. And I'm leaving the blue ones closed, because I don't think we'll put any pumpkins there. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you caught me live. Okay. So leave that one open. Pull our ribbons out front. Alrighty. So 1, 2, 3. Clip it off. So I do 34 inches so that by the time I get my curls in, I'm still going to get pretty close to 30 inches. It's at the top of the Designing Gals Market. At the top of the page. Check the announcements. Okay. And that works in all of our shops. So it works in Katie's shop, it works in Melissa's shop, and it works in Doreen's shop. So all of the Designing Gals shops. Yes, I will have the new Easy Bow Maker when it comes out. I will. But I do have the Deluxe Easy Bow back in stock. But she's not coming out with it until, I think, sometime next month. Hey! All right. Okay. Heading home? Have a good night. Alrighty. Okay, so straight up the center. Bella, I'm afraid you don't get to go home with him, baby. You gotta come sit with me. I tell you what's funny. So we started school back. And the boys want to do school on the couch because Bella will sit with us. And then they fight over who gets to sit with her. Oh my. And trying to keep their attention without them talking to each other about gaming stuff sometimes can be a challenge. Yeah, we have more frames to list, so just hang in there. Cutting the mesh at 34 inches. You can do, when you're doing the Woodland Ruffle, I would say anywhere between 33 and 36 is a good measurement. You don't want to cut too much beyond that because you want to have enough mesh to do the whole wreath. Okay. And I am tying it where I went up the center, where I gathered it. And then I just push these against each other. What that does is that helps cover that frame right there, so you can't see it. So this requires 2 rolls of mesh. That's what I have on here. I have a little of the mesh left over, so you can see it right here. This is what's left over. I do have some more ribbon to list, yes. I just listed these 3 today. The fall ones. They just came in. And we have more stuff on the way. We have more mesh on the way. We have more ribbon. But we have a lot more mesh coming. One of each color. So you want to do one of each color. So you're going to have not quite 20 yards on here, but it'll be close. So a lot of the times when I'm doing a wreath, it has somewhere around 20 yards of mesh, and it has somewhere around 20 to 25, well, mostly about 20 yards of ribbon. So about 5 yards of 4 different ribbons. So you'll be able to use your ribbons for multiple wreaths, just not your mesh. It should be up at the top. Oh. Okay. Once I kind of get a little bit through, I'll go over and look at Designing Gals Market and tell you where it is. The orange mesh is cut at 34 inches and so is the blue. So 34 inches. And what that allows you is a good, it's probably like 28 inches of ruffle. If you do that, if you do about 36, if you cut it at about 36, then you get pretty much like 30 inches of ruffle. Yeah, one of each. Okay. And I like to pull these out front because as you put mesh on the top, it's going to push it over. And so if you already have your ribbons pulled out, you're not going to have to fiddle with them a whole lot. You can always come back and spread them out to see the ribbon, but I'd wait till you're done. It's just going to save you time in the end. You want me to talk about my business group? Sure. So my business group, we have all of our training on a website called Kajabi. We also have it on Vimeo, so people who don't like Kajabi can look on Vimeo. And we have 2 Zoom calls a week. We have one on Mondays at 5, and we have one on Fridays at 3. It's all Eastern Standard Time. And we cover pretty much every subject, from taxes to bookkeeping to social media. Etsy, Shopify. There's training on having a website, like a WooCommerce type website, which is really WordPress. We are a close-knit group. Okay. And then we have a Facebook group that you can ask questions at your lives. The brown plaid should be listed, is it not? I just listed it today too. So straight up the center we go. So if you don't know, my background is I'm a CPA, and I spent 25 years working as a CPA, because yep, I'm not young. And I have done everything from manufacturing to being a hospital administrator. So quite a varied amount of things, but I have definitely started companies up and helped owners run them. I had my own CPA firm for years. So this is actually not my very first business. It's just my first one that I really enjoyed a lot. And I did it so that I could stay home with my parents, take care of my parents, and homeschool my kids. So I left my lucrative job, which, let me tell you, was a lot of hours and a lot of driving and a lot of stress. Owning a business is stress, but it's a different kind of stress. I have so many spreadsheets. That's my favorite thing in the world. I'm a spreadsheet lover. The blue mesh is a iridescent deco mesh. So it is metallic. It does have metallic in it, but it's very light blue. But see, since it has the iridescence, it tends to take on kind of the color of what's around it, which is why it's going to work fine with this, because then the iridescent part will start picking up some of this color. Yep. Yes, I am a spreadsheet lover. You can't find, well, the sign is definitely listed, and so is the brown, should be listed, and Z has the list of items. She should be able to throw it out there for you to grab it. Okay. All right. Is your sister-in-law in accounting? Yeah, my brother is too. He's not a CPA, but he is accountant. And so is my sister-in-law. So there are several of us. I still keep up with my CPA. So I still do checks, training, and all that stuff. I just don't do a whole lot of CPA work. I do a little just to keep myself fresh. But mostly I just help people start and run their businesses. And it is self-paced. You don't have to be at any certain level in your business. We have people from all different levels. Some who have been doing it a while and are doing really well, and some who are just starting out, and some who haven't even figured out their business name yet. It's not a kit, it's just supplies that I have. The problem with kits is I could do some kits, but I would probably only have like 20 of them. Yeah, I love numbers, which it comes in handy because I'm teaching my boys math. You know, and math is in science too, so we're in chemistry this year. Oh boy. I think we're gonna make soap. That's what we're gonna do. Our chemistry project is gonna be soap. Did y'all ever do the soap chemistry project in high school? Okay, I'll check the brown ribbon right after we get done. I may have not made it active. That might be what it is. So hang tight, I will get it. I was kind of in a rush because I got back late. So it's definitely possible that I didn't activate it. So it's possible. I am sorry about that. Oh, our Sam's has ribbon out. And some pretty stuff too. Although it goes so fast. If you want some Sam's ribbon, I'd go get it. Because once it's gone, they're probably not gonna bring it back out. Let's cut some of this off. Let's take this one off. So up front, up top, we probably won't put any pumpkins. By the time you get your bow and your sign on, it takes up most of the top. There we go. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, Tori's already claimed this one. She said it as soon as I came back and said, this is what I'm making. She said, oh, I claim that one. Okay. See, it will kind of stick together. It's just the edges of the deco mesh have this little like point on them, so it can get caught. That's why I wear an apron. So if you're working with deco mesh, I highly suggest you get an apron, or else it will pick your clothes, something terrible, and it's very frustrating. I've had some really pretty sweaters that got picked. Oh wow, are they already gone? Well, don't worry, Donna, I have more to list tomorrow, so if you don't see them listed, just hang tight, because I'll be listing them either tonight or in the morning. There we go. See how pretty it starts getting? Huh, he would call me now. That's the contractor who's coming to do the walls here. That's funny. I've been waiting on him to call all day. He calls when I'm live. Okay. Let me just text him real quick. Okay. So I do like to have my bigger, wider mesh going this way, or I mean my ribbon. For one thing, it fits better that way, and also if you have any holes right down here, it's going to cover it better than this 1.5 inch. Because I think it's important that I explain why I do the things I do, so that you'll understand why it works out the way it does. Yes, swags will be here, I'm thinking this week. We're just waiting on them to come in. They've already shipped. Usually they only take a couple of days, so I imagine they'll be here tomorrow. All right. So this mesh has like some cotton in it. It's almost like that snowdrift. It's really pretty. And I think it's very easy to work with. It's kind of like a combination of deco mesh, jute, and some of that cotton. They call it burlap, but honestly, I think it's more like jute. Yeah, we're working on getting a bunch of those signs from Sam's to match the ones that we got. I have a whole pile of them sitting by my desk that we're working on. So hang tight, there'll be some coming. But I've been kind of stocking. We've been stocking up on stuff. And so we're a little behind in the signs. Oh, wonderful. Well, I appreciate every single order I get. Every one. I appreciate it so much. And my girls appreciate it because I get to keep them employed. Very important to me. Because my goal is to employ other people who have children who need flexible jobs. Because we all know how hard those are. And that's something that I needed, that I had to create for myself. So I like being able to offer that. Very important to me. There we go. Got that side. Let's do this side. So on the last one, you always have to do both sides. And you have to watch for that little bottom piece that likes to sneak up, or the top piece that likes to sneak down, because they do. Oh, I'll have to see if I can get some paw print ribbon. I probably can. Okay. There we go. So I like to just tuck my little ties out of the way. For one thing, it'll just make sure that your mesh is all going to stay in place. And it can almost look like a little extra thing, the little color in there. There we go. There we go. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love these colors. Look at that. That's so pretty. Look at that. You see how that makes that pop? I mean, that really pops on there. That's what I wanted. So I think we're actually going to do the sign right in the middle. Let's go ahead and put the sign on. So I think what I'll do is one on each side. And you see the little polka dots? I love the polka dots. Okay. So I'm just going to use my little hole punch, pop a little hole on the sides. Ice blue color in it. I will certainly work on that. A Christmas sign with ice blue color. I can do that. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I love these colors together. I was going to try to put it in the place that I didn't have the hole. That's funny. Whoops. So the wreath is on a base that's 15 inches, and when you get done with it, it's 24. And believe it or not, these fit really great in a 22 by 22 box. So that's kind of how I ship them out, 22 by 22 box. And when we do our retreats, we take boxes for people to ship them home. And we take 22 by 22 boxes because they fit it really well and they're not nearly as expensive as some of those others, like doing 24 by 24. So you want to do about 2 inches shorter than the size of your wreath, kind of their general guideline. So we're going to use our weaving needle because I don't even want to mess with it. I just want to go ahead, push it right down through the mesh. And the great thing is, oh, this ribbon is going to hide it. So you see, remember last night we did a wreath that had 14-inch ribbon tails. Now you see it with 12, and you see how you can see so much more of the pretty mesh than you can if you do the 14-inch tails. But it just depends. Do you like mesh more? Do you like ribbon more? There's no right or wrong answer. What do I do with my little thing? Well, I got nothing. I hope I didn't throw it away, did I? No? I probably just dropped it and I don't see it. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's funny. Okay, so same thing on the other side. I'm just threading it just like a needle. So you can see it is a plastic needle. You can get these on Etsy at Wreaths by Dawn. And I just fold it over just like I would a needle. And then I just push it right down. I push it down through the mesh. I'll just kind of pull up my ribbon. And what that does is then the ribbon will go back and it will hide where I have my wire. Absolutely, they are a game changer. And then I'm just going to take that wire and I'm going to wrap it right around the frame. So you can see right here, I just twist it around the frame a couple of times. Like that. And I just trim it off. And it's on there. It's going to be on there good. Now I just kind of pull my ribbons out a little bit. And if they're kind of in the way, you can... So what you can do, you see how these ribbons kind of want to go over my sign? Well, what you can do is take your ribbon and push it back. And that's going to make that little place where your ribbon is going to, yes, come in this direction, but it is not going to come over your sign because you put that little, almost like indentation there. So a little indentation little indentation, and then it won't come over your wreath. You can also kind of indent it up like that. So that's kind of how I do that. Yeah, if I can find somewhere to plug in my glue pot. All right, so now we're going to put these in. So my needles are 6 inches, but they come kind of either 4 inches or 6 inches. You don't have to have a 6-inch one. I just like these because I use them on grapevines. Okay. I like these little things that come with it, and you see how you can kind of pull this out. So what I like to do is put a little hook in them. Then I'll take my little ties and I'm gonna make a hook in those like that. I'm gonna get some glue on it and we're gonna hook it in there and then push it together just like that. And that holds it. Great. All right, let's see if I can get my glue going. So we are still waiting on them to kind of fix our electricity. So we have to be careful how much we plug in or it throws a breaker. So hopefully it'll all work and nothing will turn off. Okay. Aren't these pumpkins cute? So they're little velvet pumpkins. So they're orange, green, and cream. Okay. So I don't want too many together because I want to, you know, spread it out as much as possible. You could easily use 2 picks on here, but I'm going to try to get away with 1. And I'm really going to kind of put them on the bottom. All right. So we'll cut this one. I want to get as much as I possibly can out of like 1. I did find my glue pot. Yes, I did. Okay. So remember, hook. Okay. Let's go on this side. So we did the hook. Now we got to do our little circle on our thing. And then we put glue on, put it in, and pull it down. Let's see, like that. So that's why I left these ties on there. Okay. So I'm just making circles with my leftover ties. Okay. We make our hooks. Let's see, is it getting hot? Just thinking about it. Okay. So hook, hook. We'll get the hooks ready. Maybe we'll make our bow while that's doing its thing. I don't think I'm actually going to put a bow on this one, but we're making a bow because bows are important. All right. Woo, yeah, I smell it. It's been a hot minute since I had that thing on, so it's smelling. It's smelling. Okay. Let's pull this back. Okay. All right. Yeah, our new Wreath Maker's Toolkit, it comes with one of these too. So let's do like 10 inches. I know those pumpkins are cute, aren't they? I know when I saw them on there, I was like, oh, those are mine. I would have gotten more, but they only had one case. I would have so gotten more. Alright, so we'll do 6-inch. Okay. There we go. Okay, 6-inch. We're just going to do 2. We'll just do a 2-1, 2-1. Okay. You could do bows, like smaller bows, and put on here, but sometimes I just don't want to put a bow on it because I really want to see the sign and I want to see the mesh, and everything on there is so cute. So what you could do is you could take this bow and you could make something to match. A swag, a lantern, just something for your, oh, I set my glue pot at, like, once it's on and it's melted, I turn it back to warm. Your glue pot does not need to be really hot. If it burns you, it's too hot. Let's see, there, I want this one. So there's lots of projects you could do to make to match what you made, and you have the same ribbon in it, and it just really gives a nice, and people like that. People like to have, you know, the same, like a lantern with the same thing, a mailbox swag with the same thing. Well, you're sewing, that's better than me. I used to sew, but I have, it's a long forgotten art for me. The last time I tried to sew, I couldn't keep it straight to save my life. So I just thought, nah, I'm over that. Okay, so 5-inch. 5-inch. Oh, this ribbon right here with this little black edge, it's really nice. It's stiff and it bends well. It's super nice ribbon. I wasn't sure how I felt about this edges when I first saw them came out, but they're really nice. It has to have the right project, I think, because of that black and white. But this one, it works great with this sign because it has the black and white in the sign. And that's all you have to do to get things to work out. Right, so it has the black and white, which if the sign didn't have black and white, it would kind of look odd. But since the sign does have black and white, see, then it works. It all works together. Yeah, sewing machines hate me too. Oh, that's funny. I'm never done. I always need more. Okay. Which is kind of a problem when you're the one who's ordering the stuff. Let's do a little center circle in this one. So if you want to do the little one in the middle, well, first let's make them a little bit small. Let's make a little bit smaller. Like that. That. Does that look the same? Yeah. If you want to do a center circle, all you have to do is just go over one, like this, and then you just pull it out, trim it off. Okay. Can't tell if that thing is, yeah, it's starting to melt. It's been a hot minute since I had it on, so. Alrighty. Okay, so we'll slip our zip tie under here. If you had some other little pumpkins, like you could even do little black and white pumpkins because you have this. All right, so pull from the bottom. Okay. Right there. All right. Just want to make sure I have my little piece in the middle, correct? Yep. All right, that's good. Get a zip tie out. Get all these. There we go. All right. Pull it really tight. One good thing about having this little one in the center is that it allows you to not have to cover that zip tie because you're not going to see it. All right, so then we're going to hold it all together. We're going to break the bow by twisting and pulling. Get those loops out and where we want them. Okay. If you have trouble with your tails, you can use the same exact method. So if you have trouble with your tails not doing right, twist and pull it, because that works for tails as well. Okay. There we go. We got our bow. Isn't that cute? All right, let's put our pumpkins in, because I can smell that glue just a cooking. I wish I had a lantern sitting out here. I could show you how cute it would be. I've got to find it. It's somewhere. It's probably somewhere in a box. All right, here we go. So let's start with this one. So I use a glue pot, which really, it's not a glue pot. It is a electric skillet from Walmart, and yep, it works like gangbusters. So that's what I use, because it works great. And I'm not gonna fix something that's not broken. And I don't burn my hands anymore, because when I used the glue gun, I was constantly burning myself. I have dropped glue in my lap. I have had some pretty serious glue burns, and I got tired of that, so I switched. Let's take that piece off. Okay. All right. So see, I just put it right through that little circle, and then I kind of twist it down. There we go. Like that. So just kind of cut right in that and then twist. Be careful that you don't get the glue on yourself, because it would be easy to do. I know, I've done it many times. Many times. All right. There we go. Ha-ha. And that's all. Whoops, sorry. I had glue on my fingers. Look how pretty that sign is. I'm so obsessed with this side. See our little pumpkins? Aren't they cute? They're so cute. And you could pull them out, push them in. See, and here's our bow that matches. See? And how cute would it be if you had something just like that? You know, put it on a lantern or something. Cute, cute. Thank you. All right, let me turn this glue pot off. There we go. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So we did list these in the shop. Let me see what's going on with that brown and white. Okay. Thank you so Yeah, Surebond glue pots work well. I just did the electric skillet because it's bigger. It just has a bigger surface area. And I just use regular glue sticks. I don't even cut them. I just don't cut them. I don't do anything. I just drop them in there and they melt. And you really want them to be, see, and it melts really well. See, I have a wooden stick in there, and sometimes I use these little sticks if I need, you know, to do like small stuff. Thank you. All right, let's see. Where's that brown ribbon? Okay. Let me try this. Brown. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh, there it is. No, it's active. It's there. It's definitely in there and it's active. Just look up stripe check on royal brown white is what it's called. Let me give you the SKU number because you can look it up by that. It's RGA 126504. So that's what this brown and white is. RGA 126504. Okay? And now let me see where that code is in the Designing Gals Market. Hold on. Let's look it up. Designing Gals Market. Okay, so if you go to the Designing Gals Market and you look, there's a list of different stuff. Go to the announcements and it's the third announcement down. Okay, so go look there. That's where it's listed. Thank you. You don't have a link for the brown? It's just that code. Do I do wreath kits on previous wreath tutorials? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But sometimes it's just that ribbon goes out so fast. Yeah, but sometimes we do record the tutorials too, just so we have some recorded versions. All right, well, I hope y'all have a marvelous evening, and I'm gonna go see what that contractor wanted. Hopefully he's coming to take these walls down. Because I'm ready. Alright, y'all have a great night. And I will see you guys for sure Monday. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow and show you some of the stuff we got. Okay? Y'all have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye, y'all. Make sure you go check out the Designing Gals Market and all of the Designing Gals.